Welcome back to Band Space. Today we're going to learn how to attach our reed to our instrument. This is the reed. This is the part of the clarinet that makes the sound. It is very fragile, so be very careful handling this. The reed has several parts. We have a flat part called the table. The sides are called the rails. We have the very delicate tip of the reed that makes the sound. And then the thicker end is the end of the reed. The sound on the clarinet is made by air passing through the mouthpiece. When the reed vibrates, it creates sound on your instrument. The reed works best when it is wet. There's two ways to do this. The first way is you can have a small cup on the floor and place it gently in the cup and set it in there while you assemble your instrument. The second way to make the reed wet is to place it halfway in your mouth and let it soak while you're assembling your instrument, like so. In our last video, we put 98% of our instrument together. The thing that we need to do now is to attach the reed to the mouthpiece. Before we attach the reed, let's talk about the mouthpiece. The flat part is the table. The edges are the rails. When you attach the reed, the flat part with the tip of the reed faces up and meets the mouthpiece. This is where it will eventually be positioned. Before we attach the ligature around the reed, make sure that the ligature screws are loosened. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Then we're going to attach the ligature to the mouthpiece with the wider end first. Take your reed in your right hand, hold your instrument at the barrel with your left hand, and you're going to need your thumb to lift the ligature up just a little bit. You're going to take the flat part of the reed, the table of the reed, with the end and bring it from the top of the mouthpiece down. Now that we have the reed placed on the mouthpiece, let's go ahead and get it fine-tuned. We're going to take both of our thumbs on the rails of the reed, make sure not to touch the top. We're going to slowly wiggle this into place so that we can see a small, thin black line at the top. And I usually put my hand on the back so I can see that I only have a small space in my mouthpiece showing. Make sure that the rails of the reed line up with the rails of the mouthpiece. Now we're going to tighten the ligature. Most ligatures have the screws on the reed side of the mouthpiece. You're going to tighten to the right, which would be facing away from you. You're going to tighten to the point where you are unable to move the ligature. I like to untighten the top, just a little slight turn so I can get my best sound. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled 100% of our clarinet. In our next video, we're going to learn about proper posture sitting in our chair and also forming our embouchure with our mouthpiece. See you real soon. The rang of spang falls gently on the plane. Fragility. Fragile.
Okay.
That's too short of a sentence.
Okay, all right.
Just like this. Second way to make the reed wet. The second way to make the Dave Stroud, the babysitter. Welcome back to Band Space. Today we're
So that would probably
oh. I used to go, ugh, it's gonna be in there. Correct. Oh, that's a terrible reed. Wow. I just put that in place terribly.